Hey, welcome to Questions Just Ask. I think I have discovered why I like to write articles that I do these type of situations by videoing. My words get tangled up. I forget things, but writing it can be edited out and much clearer. I write an article for the Bluffton Today every Sunday. You can catch it in the Bluffton Today on if you Google it, look up John Ring Bluffton Today, and you'll find all my articles. I've been writing for them for about 15 years now. Every Sunday, it's in the religious section or the editor's opinion section. But because I made a mention last week about holidays, that Memorial Day bothers me because we celebrate more veterans who gave their life so that we could have freedom than Jesus Christ, who gave his life for us. Now, what I meant was that we should be celebrating that every day. We do celebrate it. It's called Easter. But that's the problem. It's treated a lot like Memorial Day. It's just a day off. So I just want to make that clear. Thank you, Courtney, for reminding me of such things. She's my editor-in-chief. She's what makes me look good. My editor on my articles makes me sound good. She makes me look good. So anyways, here's the question for the day. How do we know what is written in the Bible actually happened? Woo! There's some things we don't know if it actually happened. You know, how can you say that John was the book of Revelation actually happened the way it said it did? And that he was given it through a dream, and you don't know. But there are two ways to tell. First of all, there's called oral tradition. Oral tradition was held in very high standard in Jesus' day, in the Bible days in ancient times. Why? Because they didn't have the written word. In fact, oral tradition was given more value than the written word in those days. So people listened a lot more carefully in those days than they did in today's days. Say, well, they could have messed up what was said. Yeah, I guess they could have. But oral tradition was held. If you were caught basically lying about oral tradition, you were in big trouble in those days. The second way we can tell if it actually happened is archaeology. And as I mentioned, I do a broadcast called Chaplain's Moment Doctor's Call, and I mentioned the archaeology in it. Archaeology is finding out more and more things that reveal that what is going on in the Bible was indeed true. So the more that's declared true, is the more that is clear evidence that it's all true. And of course, there's the last thing, other than oral tradition, archaeology. We call this faith. And does it all gel together? I'm amazed more and more that I read the Bible and study the Bible, how it's like hand in glove. The small things, even the use of the words, even everything Jesus said just fits so well together. Because because the Bible was written by so many different men, and so many, something like 65, 66 books in the Bible, authors, more than just one. They would have to have fed off each other, and they didn't. They didn't feed off of one another. This was Holy Spirit inspired. So it fits all so well together. I've even found some of the complicated scriptures becoming clear as I give it over to the Lord. So there's oral tradition, there's archaeology, and there's the issues of our faith. Does it all gel together? Does it all point to Christ? Does it all have the same purpose? That's why what do they call those? That's why some books of the Bible are not in it, because they don't gel well together. They don't gel with the main story. So therefore, they must not be inspired. So anyways, I hope this answers your question. I think I've answered this question kind of other ways. I think there's a constant attack on the Bible, because if you can attack the Bible and declare it to be false, then it's the story of Jesus, so therefore we don't have to believe in Jesus. That's why I think there's such an attack on the Bible. But I really love the archaeology. You guys, if you have any question about the archaeology, you need to study recent archaeology. It's amazing what's coming out of recent archaeology. So anyways, hey, join me next week, where we're going to look at why would an all-knowing God begin the creation process? That is a great question. Look forward to answering. See you next week.